Did you know that St. Luke's University Health Network, based in the Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania, has been recognized by the U.S. government as the highest performing health system in the United States for quality? You heard right. St. Luke's #1 recognition affirms our status as the top leader among the most respected healthcare providers in the nation, including Houston Methodist and the Mayo Clinic. To state it simply, if you want to receive the best care when you go to a hospital, come to St. Luke's.
Do you know Ken Griffin, Mr. President?
I do.
I figured you did because he's a very successful man, a great man just like you. And he wants to do a $6 billion project right here on Park Avenue. And who loves Park Avenue more than you? And you've got the mayor, this guy outside of his residence, and he does a whole film. And Ken Griffin goes above and beyond the fact that he just humiliated me. And I'm a billionaire looking to spend money in New York City. It's unsafe. He's doing a video from the front of where I live. And now Ken Griffin is thinking about taking that $6 billion project for a city, President Trump, that's $5.4 billion in debt, and taking that to Miami. How does that make sense?
Well, I do know Ken, and Ken's an amazing businessman, one of the best, and you don't want to lose people. He also pays a lot of taxes, like me. Right. We pay a lot of taxes. And, you know, when you lose people like that, it's sort of not recoverable. Always you say something's recoverable, right? But it's not recoverable. Then they build something else. They're going to be there for 30 years. They don't come back. And you've got to do the opposite. You've got to cherish them. You got to bring them to the office. You got to meet them. You have to have dinner with them. You have to convince them not to leave. You're going to make their life great. You're going to help them with their building, with their project. You got to do it. And I don't know.
Somebody who gets it is a lady who does a great podcast here every week. It's really great. The Miller Report. She's involved in real estate. She knows people like Ken Griffin, basically the heartbeat of this city. That $6 billion project is even more because there's about 20,000 jobs. Those people have to go eat. That means restaurant money. Some need to stay here in hotels. That's hotel money. So the money for a job like that, for a city that's $5.4 billion in debt, is great. And this mayor is trying to screw it up with this second home tax. I can't say it in French. You can, Suzanne. Suzanne Miller. What is the name of this in French, and why would anybody want to do that to a guy like Ken Griffin?
Well, first of all, it's called Pierre de Terre tax, and the term is foot in the land is the French term. You know, nobody's talking about what's actually happening now in Citadel. So right now, there's about 6,000 employees in New York. Actually, I have 60 moving into one of my buildings for the summer. So they're a huge company. We don't want to make them leave. The issue is that I think the math is for every person that makes $150,000, if they leave, we lose 7 jobs. We lose restaurants, we lose Ubers, we lose shopping, we lose 7 people will lose jobs because of this. So it's so important that we keep people here. But Sid, I cannot make ends of this because the truth of the matter is New York is too big to fail. I listen to you every morning. I wake up to your wonderful voice. But I'm listening to the actual numbers of real estate, and New York is still doing very well.
They are.
In May of this year, 36 apartments went above $5 million in the last 2 weeks. 99% of units that were on the market in the last year sold at asking price, and 36% went above asking price. So this whole, we're losing New York. Yes, we cannot lose the wealthy, and I feel very attacked. But New York, I'm hoping, and I think it's too big to fail.
I'm wondering, though, some of those apartments you're talking about, that big money, is that American money, though? I'm just curious, because that matters to me. Now, if you're telling me that these apartments are selling for all this money, and some guy from Japan and some guy from Qatar are buying these buildings or these apartments, I should say, then that doesn't help us necessarily. Is this American money?
I think it's a mix. Yeah. I think you have a lot of Israelis coming here. You still have Chinese buyers. We still have Russian buyers. New York is still New York. But if you get the feel, like yesterday I was talking to somebody in a restaurant. He was like, I have a place on Fifth Avenue. I have a place on Fisher Island. I have a place in Hawaii. Now I want to think twice if I want to keep my place in New York. What's it worth? And I'm getting these kind of phone calls all the time because people are... It's not the money. It's not the Pierre de Terre tax because that's not going to affect it's only 11,000 people that are affected here. And up to 5 million, there is no tax. So it really kicks in at 10 million, it's 1%. And at 25 million, it's 4% capped. So yes, the numbers it could be $1 million if it's 25 million. But the whole tax assessment it's antiquated because they're not looking at purchase price, they're looking at projected rental income, which is completely backwards anyway. But the issue is psychological warfare, that we don't want the wealthy to be here. We're saying goodbye. We're saying we don't want you. We're not catering to the people that are giving people jobs.
Is some of the success, though, that is happening in your market? You talked about this last time, and you said that some of the credit has to go to the prior administration,
100%,
Eric Adams.
100%.
So that's still going. You said you're not going to really feel in your business, the real estate market, you're not going to really feel the pain of Mamdani till maybe next year.
Well,
right?
take a look at Citadel. He built this building not during Mamdani's tenure. It was before. All of these office and a lot of things that are driving this are the hot office market. So you have the luxury office market, the flight to quality at 0% vacancy. So they're all here already. Now, I laughed. Somebody said to me last night, you got to look out for Dallas because Dallas is going to be called Y'all Street. Have you heard of Y'all Street?
Yeah, I know Wall Street's going to Dallas.
There's more employees right now from JP Morgan in Dallas than on Wall Street. So, yes, we have to look at all of that. But New York is 400 years old. Is 4 years or 8 years of a mayor going to change this city? I'm hoping not. I'm not betting on New York. I still think it's going to be fine. I am alarmed. I'm alarmed because I'm Jewish. I'm alarmed because I'm in real estate. I'm alarmed because I get calls every day, people nervous. Will they actually leave? I'm not sure. But they're nervous and they're thinking twice.
So what is your sell to keep them here? What you just told me that, hey, we've been around a long time and 4 years of one guy is not going to kill us, but more from an economic standpoint, right? Like you just explained, we're doing pretty well. Actually doing pretty well.
Well, the rentals are doing well, too, because people want to be in New York. No matter what it is, they want to be in New York City. People don't want to give up on it. We've survived so many things.
Yeah.
And I
even
tell
her,
people,
for example, this kid right here, she lives in South Florida.
You want to be in New York? You're going to come back. Well, you're not going to be in Florida in May, June, July, August, and September unless you're buying in the Hamptons. And I think people love New York. The thing is, we're true New Yorkers. We love the city. We don't want to leave. We want to band together, and we don't want to leave this town.
What are the best neighborhoods right now in terms of rentals?
So right now, the highest deals were around the Gramercy Park area and also Madison Green around 5th Avenue and 23rd Street. $17 million apartment was just closed there this week. So that area is doing very well. Chelsea, but I think that's the hottest area right now.
Chelsea.
It's
always been hot, though.
Well, it's not really. It's Flatiron. It's really called
Flatiron. Okay.
Flatiron District.
Right. And that part of Madison Avenue is just below Murray Hill, I guess, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Upper West Side's doing very well.
Really?
Oh, very well.
I got to tell you, I go to a barber on 104th and Broadway to get my body shaved.
I'm not talking there. I'm talking like what Steven Spielberg just built.
No, where is that exactly?
That's at the Dakota.
Oh, okay. That's south of where I live.
It's still Upper West Side.
Right. I mean, people Upper West Side. I live on 61st Street. I think of the Upper West Side. I'm thinking I used to live close to Harlem. But you're right. That area still does well. 60s, 70s.
Yes, doing very
maybe
well.
Maybe up to 86th Street. You go to 96th Street and Broadway, it smells like one toilet. And then you're finished.
To me, it's dirty. To me, it's like I won't walk myself at night. I get
Terrible.
all that. I really do.
And every other store is for rent on the Upper West Side.
Every other store is for rent everywhere in this town. 100% agree with you, but yet it's too big to fail. I'm not betting against it. I think it's too big to fail. I think that we want to band together. We want to keep it good, and I'm on target to try and help any way I can. Because I love this city.
I know you do, and you're important here. You're important. I tell you that. I mean that sincerely. All the boroughs, Brooklyn, for example, you were involved in Coney Island for a long time. Are the other boroughs also keeping up their end of the bargain? Are you noticing that?
We have no vacancy right now. 19,000 apartments hit the market in rentals in the last year, and we're maybe like 1%, if that. So the whole city is on fire. The rentals are up by 6.5%.
They are up.
They're still up, yes. Rentals are up. Sales are up. I mean, so... Are people leaving? It's like a slow bridge that's falling that nobody notices the fire. It's a very small fire right now.
Right.
But we want to keep it very dim.
One more. We're into May now, and we all know you love the Hamptons. I don't know where you are, Quag or Hampton Bay. I don't know.
Sag Harbor.
Even nicer. And this is it. This is the time of year. Hamptons, Fire Island, Jersey Shore. I go to the Jewish shops. I go to White Lake by Monticello. But the Hamptons, you were telling me a couple of months ago, you thought that would still be a very hot summer
It
this
is
year.
the prices there are doing very well.
They
They're
are
saying they're
doing
having
well.
their best year. Yes,
Best year.
best year. That's what I'm told by. I'm told that by brokers. I don't really sell out there, so I don't want to say that
Do
I'm
you
an
rent
expert.
out there though?
I know. I don't do. When I'm there, I'm relaxing.
You're on vacation.
I'm on vacation.
Right,
But I
right.
do talk to a lot of brokers, and a lot of my friends own, and I own. And I'm told from the various brokers that they're having banner years. A banner year.
Mamdani should hire you. I know you hate him like I do, but he should hire you. You should work for the Chamber of Commerce.
Listen,
Like, things are great in New York.
I
I'm
tried
telling
to
you.
talk to Mamdani. He wouldn't talk to me.
No, that's not true.
I did.
You reached out to him?
I reached out to him. I wanted to talk
How
to him
did that
about
happen?
real estate.
Email,
I
text?
interviewed every mayor in the Miller Report. I had every
Right.
single one.
I know that.
I tried to get Mamdani on.
But you didn't talk to him. You spoke to his girl,
I
right?
spoke to his
She's
girl. I
a
actually
wretched
spoke to,
person.
I texted with
Yeah.
him personally.
Oh, you did?
I did, and he
I
told
throw my
me
phone
to
out.
reach out.
Set the phone on fire.
He told me to reach out to Lika.
Lika.
We spoke several times.
Yeah.
And they declined. And
But why?
I will not say on the air why they declined, but they did decline.
Because you're Jewish.
We were very
'Cause
close.
he
I'm
hates
not
you.
saying why.
I'm telling you
but
why.
I had a
You're
very nice
Jewish.
conversation
Yeah,
with him, and
right.
I think I was close.
If your name was Suzanne Ahmad, you'd be meeting with the mayor tomorrow. But
I don't
you're
discriminate.
Jewish.
Sid, I want to save the city, and I'm hoping that he does a good job.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen. But you're going to be fine, it looks like, because people will buy in New York no matter what.
They'll buy in.
It doesn't matter.
It costs money to sell.
I feel like the real estate business is almost bulletproof.
Well, if you sell something, you have transfer taxes, you have capital gains taxes.
Yeah.
You could do 1031, then you got to buy someplace else. Where are you buying? Where are you moving? You've got roots here. It's not so easy to get out of
you're
what
right.
you invested in.
Well, I went way over the time because you're very interesting and we love you on this show. So thank you. We're done. We're done for today and we're done for the week. Suzanne Miller. Check out the Miller Report. What day of the week does that drop?
On Mondays.
Mondays. Okay. Miller Report. Great podcast.
Thanks for listening to Sid and Friends in the Morning. You can hear Sid and Friends in the Morning weekday mornings at 6. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?